Boat number?
74.
What is it?
74.
All right.
It's day 3, but it's kind of day 2.
All right, well.
It's kind of day 2, but it's really day 3. Second stop, FLW Pro Circuit here at Harris Chain. This is day number 2, really number 3, but kind of 2. I don't know. We had a postponed day, so cold front just blew through. Looking forward to getting back out there, man. Sitting in, I think, 22nd place. Had a really fun day. Caught a lot of fish, catching them offshore on some shell beds, and looking forward to going out there and catching a few more today. I think it's going to be a good day. It's a blessing to be able to do this week in and week out, and I'm just really thankful for that. I mean, you just can't beat this view, and there's nothing like it in the world, man. It's nothing like taking off on a cool, crisp morning like this. Sunset's coming over the trees. This Phoenix boat's flying, catching as many boats as we can. And just nothing like it, man. Nothing like a good boat race in the morning till a lot. So this is it. This is the hurry up and wait part of the morning. This is what the boat race is all about. We're gonna sit here. I think they'll take like 9 boats at a time, and we'll wait our turn to go in the lock. And they tell us that if we like write on a piece of paper our boat numbers and our name, it helps expedite the process because they have to keep track of every boat that comes to the lock. Well, you don't want to be that guy that doesn't have your numbers. So the other morning I forgot I was that guy. So pull out an old Plano box and a Sharpie, fix that problem.
That's a good one. Yes, sir. I told y'all I had a bite. Y'all thought I was lying.
What are the odds?
I told y'all I had a bite. That's the same one bit me a while ago. No, don't be casting over there. That's my spot, man.
Man, I don't know.
That's my spot now. Hole poaching son of a gun, you. 152, boys. 152.
Start your day off right.
That's right, boys.
Well, anyways.
You catch one fish and look, just everybody's all in your stuff. Just can't have nothing to ourselves out here. These guys are just too good. They just get all over your stuff, man. They didn't push me out of my hole. Yeah, so finally made it to our first spot. It took us about 1 hour and 10 minutes, so I'm here a little bit earlier than I was yesterday, but the bite's been early here. I don't know that it wasn't somewhat of a shad spawn deal or something, but they were really schooling here, blowing bait up everywhere. It's a shell bed surrounded by grass. There's hydrilla and there's some eelgrass down there. Just a ton of fish here. Has been hanging out here. It's kind of slow so far. I've caught 2, but they've both been short. But there's been a lot of little ones here, and you need to catch a good one, you know. So hopefully they'll start feeding here in a second. I'm throwing a jerk bait right now over the top of it. I'm kind of trying to keep it up in the water column because this grass that's right here is not very deep. Golly, that sucker took the slack out of it. That little sucker hit it hard. Yeah, you'll just have to go through a bunch of them little ones like that, and then it'll be like a 3-pounder, you know, so you gotta be on your toes. I lost a big one yesterday because of that. I wasn't ready, and I was catching little ones, and next thing I know, I got a 5-pounder kicking my butt at the boat. See those birds working over there? Those fish are working over there too. I kind of want to move, but I don't want to lose my spot. Might be getting them going. Them birds, those birds definitely tell where the fish are, but yeah, probably not going to keep him the rest of the day, I would hope, but that's number 2 for the morning. Yeah. This is kind of like my typical jerkbait setup. I'm throwing it on a 6-9, medium heavy hammer rod, 12-pound test Seagar, and a 6.3 Shimano reel. But I gotta kind of keep it out of the grass, so I'm not able to, typically you'd kind of work it like this and it's a lot less work on you whenever you do that, but it gets bogged down in the grass if I do that too much, so I kind of got to keep it up in the water column if I can. This might be a little better fish. It's running to me. He's hooked on the top of the head. Oh. I'm glad I had my jacket on. That would have been bad. These owner hooks ain't no joke. Yeah, this is number 3. Little guys, but we'll get the big one tonight in here a little bit. Get this jerkbait out of my hand. Old gill jacket saved the day right there. Yeah, so this 6.9 medium heavy hammer rod that I use for this jerkbait, man, it's got a really good parabolic action to it. Really gives that jerkbait a lot of life, and man, that's key. And you know, you got to have enough snap in the rod to get it twitching and get it moving in the water, but at the same time, you don't want to have too much because you'll pull them hooks out. You know, anytime you're dealing with treble hooks, you want to have some kind of give. So, man, I really find this rod to be just a perfect balance of having just enough backbone to really give that jerkbait life, but have just enough cushion and parabolic bend to help you fight the fish and keep those hooks hooked up. But having the right hooks is really important too. I switch out all my hooks with the owner Zowire. This is number 5 hooks I've got on this jerkbait, and they're super sticky. I mean, you've seen it stick on my arm a while ago. One breeze on it and they stick to it. You know, and that's so important, having the right equipment, man. When you're especially using like a technique like this with a jerkbait, having the right rod, having the right line, and having the right hooks really makes a difference. That's what we're fishing down there. Nice green, it's eelgrass. There's some hydrilla mixed in it. Eelgrass is key out here. You know, they unfortunately sprayed all the hydrilla in Harris, from what I understand. So it's really kind of changed the dynamic of this chain of lakes. You know, Harris was really good, I think the last time the tour was here, but it was full of hydrilla. And there's not much hydrilla over there now, or any kind of grass for that matter. That's why there's this field of boats out here, because this is pretty much the best grass on the whole chain of lakes. And it's just a big flat, basically of eelgrass and hydrilla mixed. And then in the mix, you've got these shell beds. You know, you'll find a spot that's empty of grass in the middle of all that, and those fish use it as little ambush points for bait, and the shell attracts crawfish and bait fish and all kind of stuff. It's just like a dinner plate basically for these bass out here on these flats. Update, guys, we're still out on Griffin Wind has really kind of muddied up these flats out here, and I really don't like the way it looks. I was actually fixing to leave, and then I caught one that helped a little bit. Actually helped like by a pound, but I caught a really little one. I went up, tried to find some bedfish just to see if they were still up there, and I just, those fish were gone too. So it's tough out here. You know, it's post-front conditions. We're in Florida. Everybody knows the deal. So I've got a limit, you know, probably about 6.5, 7 pounds, something like that. Maybe a little more, but not much more, if anything. Thinking about making a move back to Harris. I found a shell bar there yesterday that's protected from the wind. I think it'll have some clean water on it. And it's kind of a gutsy move, but to leave what got me here. But I really think that there's some potential there. And sometimes I think you just got to go for it. You know, you got to go on your gut. So we're going to fish a little bit longer and then probably make the move.
Dakota Ebare coming up the stairs. Let's do it. 5 bass limit today worth 11 pounds, 13 ounces on day 2. Dakota, 28 pounds served for 2 days.
Yeah, guys, hopefully I make the cut and we can go fishing again tomorrow. We'll try to make some more adjustments, but it's been really cool to see the progression of the tournament. I feel like I made pretty good decisions. I just never got a really big bite, and here in Florida, you gotta have that big bite. But today, you know, I started off in Griffin and things just didn't work out, you know, like y'all saw, and you know, you're gonna have that sometimes, but in the back of my mind, I had this backup plan here in Harris, and you know, that it was kind of gutsy to leave an area that I knew was loaded with fish to come to an area that I really only got 2 bites on. But they were, to me, they seemed like 2 of the right bites, and they were late in the day. And so with me having a tough day around noon, it just seemed like the right move to make to come back here, and it's cool to see it all play out. You know, it doesn't always work out, but I really think it's important to be aggressive and to fish aggressively like that. And I hope y'all can take something from that. You know, if it wouldn't have worked out, I wouldn't have regretted it at all, because I knew that I was like trying, you know, instead of just sitting there and dying in one place where you knew it wasn't working. You know, when you have that like initiative in your head saying, I don't know if it's God speaking to you or what, but you know, it's you have like that initiative in your head saying, hey man, you need to be here, like go with it, you know. I mean, if you fish conservatively, these guys are going to beat you every day. I really believe that. So you just got to kind of go with your gut. But I really appreciate y'all following along. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I've had a blast this week. Hopefully I get to go out again one more day. But if not, like I said, thanks for following along. If you like, please follow me at Dakota Ebare Outdoors on Facebook and Instagram. I'd really appreciate it. And we're going to have a really good time this year. I'm fishing 4 different divisions of the FLW Toyota Series along with the pro circuit here. So I've got an event literally every week, with the exception of the week of the Classic, until May. And then I've got 2 in May and 1 in June, 1 in July, 2 in August, and 2 in September, 1 in October, and 1 in November. So we've got an action-packed year. So I'd really appreciate y'all following along. Thanks a bunch, guys.